Well, hello, everyone, and welcome back to our Success Edge interview series where we hear and learn from industry experts. I'm excited to introduce our guest today, Beth Wilkinson. She's a CEO and executive coach and owner at Wilkinson Coaching. With over 25 years of experience in leadership, organizational, and talent development, Beth has worked with diverse and dynamic organizations to create leadership cultures that drive employee engagement, high performance, and raving customer fans. Beth is remarkable at unraveling the untapped potential within leaders and propelling that potential toward impactful outcomes. We have so much to learn from her. So, without further ado, thanks, Beth, for being here. I'm excited to talk to you today and just learn more about how leaders can do a better job at what they do every day and how it can impact an organization.
Yeah, thanks so much, Tiffany. I appreciate you having me.
Yes, definitely. Um, so I guess let's just start off. What is your coaching philosophy and how does it align with your clients' needs for personal and professional growth?
Yeah, so I primarily focus on leadership coaching. That means that it applies to both senior and to executive leaders. And in that, my philosophy is really two key things. It's very, very simple. It's be authentic and be realistic,
Mm,
because the work that we're doing has to be applicable, and it has to be realistic based on the culture in which they're trying to do that work as well. So that's what I kind of base my background of what I do in coaching. My overall philosophy is that my clients are intelligent. They're incredibly smart people that do have the answers. And so my job is really to help them bring that portion of themselves out inside of the organization to really shine in their strengths.
mhm.
Mhm.
And what is, I guess, what do you find? It just made me think of this, but how do you find that in them? Like, do you
Mm.
just, do you have a little assessment? You ask them questions about themselves, their goals? How do you discover that and bring that out in them?
Yeah, so it really is a combination of several things. You mentioned a couple. Sometimes I will do assessments. I am an Enneagram practitioner,
Mm,
and I love
love
that assessment. Yeah, it's a great assessment.
it. Yes.
It gives us a good opportunity to really know what leaders for core fears and motivations are.
Mm,
And frankly, our behavior is driven by those core fears and motivations. So
mhm,
oftentimes that's a great place to start for me, getting to understand somebody
mhm,
and know kind of their perspective and why they're showing up the way they are at in their workplace. I also, depending upon what the goal of the individual is, will bring in some of those 28 years of experience in leadership development, and may offer different tools as we work through whatever their specific goal is. So it's quite a few different things, but I have about, like, from the 28 years of experience, I have quite a large tool bag to be able to pull from, to be able to customize some specific development for the leader in order for them to get to their goal.
yeah, I bet. Have you seen any like common threads among leaders that you find that we kind of
Mm.
like as a leader, I think about myself and the culture of my team and also like where we're going. Am I showing up how I say I am? Am I creating a space for people to learn and grow? Um, Sometimes I get in the way because of my own things that I have that come up. So so I just wondered if is there common threads, common themes that you find?
Yeah, there are common themes. I will say, the people that I tend to work with tend to be in high growth organizations.
Mm,
Um, and because of that, there tends to be an internal pressure that people put on themselves
sure.
um, to get to a certain level, to get to a certain production, of what they're trying, whatever specific thing they're trying to work on. And what I find is that oftentimes, if we just slow down and have an opportunity to to look in the mirror and see what our behaviors are actually doing to our organization, then we want to make those adjustments in order to, get that different result. So the common theme really is that they're going too fast.
Mhm. Yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
suppose high achievers and high achieving organizations are, I mean, it all goes together. It's full speed ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. And frankly, there's a lot of cultures within high tech as well as, high growth organizations that are just, build, 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 build. And sometimes you have to slow down and go, oh my gosh, are we building the right thing?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's such a good question. I would think you'd want to reflect on that often.
Yeah, yeah. So it's about creating mechanisms to do that with leaders.
Mm,
Sometimes they need to be able to say, "Yeah, this isn't just a one-time. Wait, Beth stopped me, and I finally thought about this." It's a what mechanism suits my situation in order to help me slow down and do that regular check-in on whether I'm building the right things, whether it's actually working, and if you have the right talent in order to be able to make it work.
yeah,
Mhm.
huge piece of it too. So do you also look at their strengths and then just, I mean, we all have things we're working on, and yet if we're always focused on everything we have to fix about ourselves, that just gets really draining. So is there a way that you also help, like, let's just really expand on your strengths and use that to lead?
Yeah, actually, that is my approach more so than looking at, improving the areas where they might have deficits. In the area where they have deficits, we really want to get to like I can perform at an okay level, right?
Mm,
But they're never going to be the place where they shine. The place are going to shine are their strengths. And the Enneagram assessment really does help surface some of those. And on top of that, just getting to know them. And sometimes, as we do 360 assessments,
mm,
getting to know their team and the people in which they're trying to have an impact on really gives you a better picture of where their strengths and opportunities might lie.
mhm.
Mhm,
Yeah, I love the 360. I think that's so
mhm.
helpful because a lot of times we don't even know maybe how we're impacting the team or the culture or,
Yeah.
and for me as a leader, I want to know all those things so that I can really have a culture and create a space that we can all thrive in. And if I don't know, because I'm not always like my intentions are always good, but I still step on toes. I don't mean to
Mhm.
step on toes, So yeah,
Yeah.
that's really good. 360s are
Mhm.
so helpful just to bring up some things in a safe way, just to, for all to improve and help each
Yeah,
other.
absolutely. And kind of having a little bit of color to the people that you might be working with the leader on really does kind of help you relate to them a bit better and understand their communication styles and such. So
Mm,
it is helpful both for the perspective on the leader and also for the perspective on the individual that they're trying to develop.
yeah, very cool. Um, I guess I was just also like, how do you tailor your coaching to the unique challenges and goals of each of your clients?
Yeah. Well, I had mentioned a little bit of it before when we talked about tools,
Yeah.
but frankly, I don't have a one size fits all type of coaching. I do have coaching packages, but those coaching packages are very much customized to design the type of learning experience that each person needs to have. So, based on their goal and what comes up as we work together and partner over time, we will bring in different tools from those 28 years of experience and um, relate those tools to the longer term strategy that we really have had an opportunity to build. So, when I start to work with leaders, the first thing I do is we do a strategy session.
Mm,
Um, and that strategy session starts to help surface where they'd like to see growth and also where they might really like to see what result, what outcome do they want. So it's not just how I grow, but what is it at the end that you really would like to see happen? And then we utilize that throughout the coaching and engagement to ensure that we're on track, and also that we are being authentic. There it comes again, that word authentic, authentic to who that person actually is, and their strengths that they bring to their organization.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's great. We just had a team meeting and I asked everyone to say what was one favorite thing they love about Red Cape. And one of the things was someone looked at our website and they said, I connected with the values and what you're doing and how you're serving and who you're serving. And so I really wanted to work with your company. And then when I started working with you, you guys are who you say you are. So
Hmm.
that's one of my most important things is that authenticity is so important. And then that people are feeling that. And so authenticity, I mean, we all use it, authentic, it's kind of a trendy word, right?
Yeah,
But it
right.
also is very real.
Mhm.
And striving for that, and just I can really appreciate that about your coaching is that it is authentic. You're really looking to find out who you work with, what drives them, what makes them unique, and
Mhm.
what they can bring. So I
Abs-
do. And then you're just super authentic too. Like that's one of the things I love about you is
Thank
and
you.
yes, and
Mhm.
we've been in the circles here for a few years probably now, I think, and I've
Mhm.
just always appreciated your genuineness and how you show up is very authentic. And so it's not just a word, it is real.
Mhm.
Right.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes, definitely. Amazing.
Yeah.
Um, Awesome. So then the best way that people can get in touch with you or reach you, um, what would be the number one way you'd like people to reach out if they had questions or wanted to connect with you?
Yeah, absolutely. My email address is beth@wilkinsoncoaching.com.
Mhm.
I also have a beautiful website, thanks to Red Cape, that can give you some case studies of the different type of leaders that I've worked with, and a couple of blog posts to be able to get an idea of the kind of things that I've done with people in the past. Um, and that's at wilkinsoncoaching.com.
Great. Yeah, we'll make sure
Mhm.
to put that in this post too so that people can get right to it.
Yeah,
Um,
uh,
so
I'd love that. Thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah. Anything else you wanted to add today?
Well, I kind of want to brag a little bit about my clients because I love the results that they've gotten.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's one particular leader that kind of comes to mind that I, recently had a coaching engagement with that I've been working with over the last 6 months. Um, and she's a senior leader inside of a global organization where she was promoted into a new role that was at the VP level, taking over an entire business line. And as we started to work together, her goals really were three key things. She needed to figure out how to deliver results with a team she didn't know, how to develop that talent and find out where the deficits were, develop that talent, and then really increase employee engagement. And over the 6 months that she started to really decided to focus on her strategy and then aligning the team to that strategy, as well as individually getting to know them and develop them over that 6 month period. The results, I was so proud of her. Oh my goodness. Like she, I not only was she identified for a promotion, her team engagement scores literally became the highest in the company globally.
Wow.
I know. I was like, wow. I was like, I'm cheering for her on this because, wow.
Celebrate.
I know.
Yes.
Gotta
That's
celebrate
amazing.
it. Yeah. She had reorged the team, so she completely reorged the team, and we're able to align that to the strategy. And
Mm,
because of that, they were able to prevent their organization from doing layoffs in the last year.
mm.
They like the
That's
entire
huge.
organization ended up, yeah, because he worked in the financial sector. So it was, they were able to find some found money, money that existed within the organization that wasn't being used effectively.
Mhm.
And were able to bring that into their overall strategy, which prevented them from having to do layoffs. And to
Mm.
me, I just was standing there getting the opportunity to cheer her on. She knew the answers, but having a coach to be a partner with her to be able to execute the strategy got her to get these kind of results. And I couldn't be more proud. And exciting.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's a big, big, big win. Congratulations
Yeah,
to you and your client.
yeah. Well, the client does the work, but I'm the partner,
Right?
right? So,
Get to be on the team. You get to be part of that team.
Mhm,
That's
absolutely.
amazing. Amazing. Well,
Oh,
awesome.
so
Well, thanks so much for sharing that story. I'm so excited for her. That's amazing.
yeah, yeah. That's the kind of results I love to get with my clients.
Yeah.
I'd love to see them really get where they want to go, and I'd love to be able to get to do those little adjustments that I know that they can make in order for them to get those kind of results.
Yeah. And it's just so helpful to have an outside perspective and someone who's not attached so emotionally to all the outcomes. Because then
Hmm.
you can actually, as a coach, you can see more
Yeah.
and offer more in that way. And anyways, coaching is so important. I really believe in it, as you know.
Hmm.
And so, yeah, it just can really, really help us. So
Hmm.
amazing. Well, thank you so much for chatting with me today, Beth. It's been
Yeah.
a really great discussion. And for those of you who are watching, if you want to learn more about Beth and her incredible coaching services, you can connect with her, like she said, on her website, or you can email her or check her out and connect with her on LinkedIn too. So thanks everyone for joining us today. Make sure to stay connected with our socials to keep updated on upcoming conversations, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.